Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasatyadishatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today we are in the 12th chapter. Chapter 12, Bhakti Yoga, Devotional Service. Arjuna Vacha Evam Satata Yukta Ye Bhaktasvam Paripasate Ye Chapyaksharam Avyaktam Tesham Ke Yoga Vittamaha. Arjuna inquired, which is considered to be more perfect, those who are properly engaged in your devotional service or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? So, direct question the Lord is asked here by Arjuna. Uh, Generally, there are two kinds of transcendentalists, the personalists and the impersonalists. The personalists are the devotees who understand that ultimately the Lord is a person, the Supreme Absolute Truth is a person. So they serve the Lord in the 9 methods of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, the 9 methods of devotion. So other group of transcendentalists, they are impersonalists who think finally the absolute truth is impersonal. It's not a person. So it is indescribable. It is all pervasive. It is like that. They have their understanding wherein they think personality means it is something of 3 modes of nature. It's something manifested materially. So they think it has to be impersonal. So that is their understanding. So it's a direct question. Arjuna is asking, which one who is considered more perfect? Bhakta, who Paripaste, who are worshipping you, or Aksharam, who think the Lord is some kind of a unmanifested, some kind of a impersonal aspect, Avyakta, which cannot be described. So who is better? Then the Lord answers, Shri Bhagavan Vacha Mayaveshya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetas Te Me Yukta Tamamataha. The blessed Lord said, he whose mind is fixed on my personal form, Mai Avesha Manoyema, Mai, unto me, their mind is absorbed. Nitya Yukta Upasate, always engage in worshipping me. Shraddhaya Parayopeta, with great and transcendental faith. Teme Yukta Tamamata, is considered by me to be the most perfect. So actually, repeatedly, the Lord has been saying, even on the chapter of Dhyana Yoga, the Lord said, of all kinds of yogis, of all kinds of transcendentalists, uh, his devotee, Krishna said, is the topmost. Yoginam api sarvesha madgatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamomataha. So every chapter, every place, Krishna has stressed the pure devotion. So devotional service unto him being the highest. But still the confusion persists. So Arjuna is asking the direct question here, and Krishna as is clarifying. And next verse he says, but those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, fixed, and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons engaged in the welfare of all, at last achieve me. So the other method, the impersonal method, Krishna is saying, they also finally come back to me. 7th chapter, the Lord has already said, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. So it is generally through many, many lifetimes. So one becomes wise and one is knowledgeable. He understands that Krishna is the supreme personality, Krishna is supreme absolute truth, and he takes his shelter. So generally it progresses in a gradual way from the impersonal understanding to personal understanding. So Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shakyate. So first understanding, I am not this body, I am part of that supreme absolute truth. Aham Brahmasmi. And then the understanding of the Lord as Paramatma. Then the final understanding as a person, supreme person. So they also achieve me, Krishna is saying, but after a very, very long time. So we have various instances wherein great sages like Shukadeva Goswami, the four sons of Brahma, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, they were initially situated in this impersonal conception. So they were all already they were liberated from the three modes, but they were situated in this impersonal conception. But later on, by the touch of Kumaras, they happened to smell the tulasi being offered at the lotus feet of the Lord, and they were attracted. Similarly, Shukamuni, when he heard from his father uh, about the glories of the Lord, then he also became a devotee of the Lord. So, so finally, the final way is to become the devotee of the Lord, though somebody may start in the impersonal way. So Krishna is clearly saying this in this third and fourth verse. Then Krishna also says, Klesho adhikatarasthesham avyakta satchesam avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavadvir avapyate. So the Lord is saying, Klesha. So this method of impersonal realization. So understanding the Sanskrit language, understanding the various scriptures, and understanding I'm not this body, and trying to fix up the mind on the impersonal feature. Impersonal feature is actually the Brahma Jyoti, the Brahman effulgence of the Lord. So this way to understand, to focus, it is said, it is very, very difficult. Krishna is saying, klesha. Klesha means very, very difficult. And it is dukkha. Dukkha means it is very, very troublesome. Klesho adhikatarastesham avyakta asakta. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are involved. So that means the Lord is not recommending this process. So this is saying it's a difficult process. The Lord is saying it's a troublesome process. It's a dukkha. So what is the use of following such a process? So that is the meaning we have to understand here. On the other hand, the Lord clearly declared in the ninth chapter, in the chapter of Rajavidya, Rajaguhya Yoga, that pure devotion service, it is Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram Idam Uttamam. Then pratiksha avagamam dharmam susukam kartum ambe. So it is very, very easily understood. Pratiksha avagam, the understanding, the realization is very practical, very direct, and it is susukam. Susukam means very, very happy, joyfully performed. So why one should take up this such a tedious process, such a difficult process? What is the need? So then again, coming back to pure devotion, the Lord says, Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachira partha maya veshita chetasa. For one who worships me, giving up all his activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, who has fixed his mind upon me, O son of Pritha, for him I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So Krishna is saying, for the devotees, they are very fortunate to be directly delivered by the Lord Himself. So the Lord is telling, I deliver them, I take the responsibility. So that's what in the eighth chapter also the Lord said, when in the chapter of attaining the Supreme, the Akshara Brahma Yoga, the Lord said, the devotee doesn't have to bother how he is going to leave the body, when he is going to leave the body. that responsibility is taken by the Lord. He just has to focus on his devotional activities. He doesn't have to bother about the auspicious, inauspicious times. He doesn't have to bother about anything else, the different factors, when one will leave the body, so many things, nothing. So he just has to focus on devotional service, and Krishna will take care. Krishna is directly saying here. So one who always is thinking of me. Thinking of me means now thinking of the Krishna by chanting his names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So this process helps us to come to a stage of always thinking about the Lord, who has fixed his mind upon me. Mam Dhyayanta Upasate. So, just like here, it is shown how somebody is in the ocean, and the Lord has come over his Garuda and is taking him up. So, similarly, it is like that. The material world is like that. It is like a big ocean, big. Uh, no, somebody may be expert swimmer. He may be an Olympic champion, but there is no way to swim from the ocean. In the middle of the ocean, nobody can uh, come to a land by these endeavors. So somebody has to pick up from outside. So similarly, we are in this material ocean, in this dukkhalem ashashvatam, temporary world of miseries. There is no way out for us except the Lord taking us out from here. It is also very nicely explained by devotees that just like uh, the child of a monkey and the child of a and the cat, it is said, the monkey's child, it holds its mother from its back by its own efforts, and the monkey mother, it is jumping from one tree to another, one branch to another. So it is all small child of the monkey which has to hold on to its mother very tightly. It by its own efforts it has to hold on. But in the other way, when the cat is carrying its kitten, the kitten is held by the mother in the mouth. Out of love, it is holding the kitten. Similarly said, that is the way the Krishna takes care of his devotees. Krishna is lovingly taking care, like a mother cat taking care of the kitten. On the other side, the yogis, the gnanis, who by their own attempts, by their own endeavor, they are trying to advance in spiritual life. It is like the monkey, baby monkey, is trying to hold on to its mother from behind. So it's very difficult sometimes. Mother monkey is jumping here, there. The child monkey may fall now. It is possible. So, but this is a very safe process, bhakti process, wherein Krishna personally holds the devotees, personally lovingly takes care of the devotees. So in this method of bhakti, devotional service, when we concentrate on the personality, the form of the Lord, it is important to worship the Lord. Worship, that's why we have the authorized way of worship through the Archa Vigraha. So Archa Vigraha. So these are all not some imaginations, Archa Vigraha, some modern inventions. No. These are all authorized way of reaching the Lord, of worshipping the Lord, of contacting the Lord. So we find this deity worship. This is called deity worship. It is not some idol worship. So idol is something, an imagination. But just like we have so many leaders, their statues are being put up in the city, in a big center of the city, some this circle, that junction. We have some statues put up. That is the idol. But deity means a form of the Lord wherein the Lord accepts, the Lord comes to accept our loving service, devotional service. So the Lord being all powerful, everything being his energy, either material energy or spiritual energy, the Lord can manifest himself through this energy and then accept our loving service. That is the deity form of the Lord. The deity form is not some representation. Deity form is not, it's not an imagination. Deity form is authorized representation of the Lord. So we have it right through the scriptures. Even the Bhagavatam also, the Lord himself describes how the deity worship has to be conducted, how the deity has to be established, all the details. So Acharya gives very nice example. Just like we have some post boxes. The post boxes is nothing but a red box, but it's a box which is authorized by the government postal service, the India Post. So when it is authorized, we put our letter into that box, it will reach the destination. But it's not that I can put some any box on the street and then say this will do the work. No, because this box which is authorized by the postal department, so Similarly, if such a material thing has such an effect, what about the ways given by the Lord in the Vedas? So this is a standard method of deity worship given in the Vedic scriptures, handed down over by the great acharyas who established such deity worship, Sri Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya. So all of these great acharyas. So they uh, also have accepted, they also have started, they also maintain this, and again brought back the standards of devotion service through of deity worship. So this is a very authorized way of worshipping the Lord in the temple. Of course, the Lord in the temple is coming in the form of metal elements. It is said either in the form of wood. That's how we have the deity of Jagannath, is the form of a wood, Daru Brahma. Then we have the Lord in the form of a marble. We have the Lord in the form of a stone. We have the Lord in the form of some sand, or in the paint. Even we have the picture of the Lord. So it is our devotion by which the Lord can reciprocate. If it is not necessarily that we should have a deity. So it is also another form of the Lord, the painting, the through the jewels, through the metals, the panchaloha, different ways, the material manifestation, the Lord fully manifests His presence as per our devotion, and He accepts our service. So we have a detailed way of worshipping the Lord. So it's an authorized way. Of course, Kali Yuga, the main method for us is to chant the Lord's name. But side by side, we also engage ourselves in focusing our mind on the form of the Lord in a small way, not in the way previous age, the Dwapara Yuga, there used to be Shodasha Upachar, a detailed form of worship. But still, this deity worship is an important aspect of Bhakti Yoga and the devotional service. That's why this deity form of the Lord is shown. So it's a Archa avatar. Archa avatar means the Lord who incarnated in the form of a worshipful deity. We have the instance of Lord Ramachandra, uh, uh, Lord Ramachandra's deity, which was worshipped in the family of Lord Ramachandra even before the Lord's appearance. So Lord, that is called Mula Rama deity. So that deity was worshipped by Lord Ramachandra's ancestors. Treta Yuga is supposed to be so many lakhs of years, 10 lakh years, not more than that. Oh, more than that, it's 20 lakh years, 15, 20 lakh years. So anyway, so there is a deity which was worshipped by Lord Ramachandra's family. But during the time of Lord Ramachandra thought, I am personally there, so what is the need? And then he kept it aside in one of this whatever safe place in the palace. But then over time, the instance comes wherein there is a devotee who is every day coming to have darshan of Lord Ramachandra. And sometime Lord Ramachandra has gone out the city, has gone outside the city, is not there. So every day he comes, he takes darshan of the Lord, then he takes his food. So many days the Lord was not there, Lord Rama was not there. So this devotee, he didn't have any food. So then when the Lord comes back after many days, the Lakshmana says, here is your devotee who has this vow not to accept any food or water unless he takes your darshan. So then the Lord said, okay, Lakshmana, bring the deity, my deity, which I have kept in the safe. So bring it out, hand it over to this devotee. So he doesn't have to wait for me. I and my deity is non-different. So because we are non-different, so let him uh, worship this deity and go on with his regular devotional activities. So that deity was given by Lord Ramachandra himself to that devotee. And then after that, I think Lord's disappearance is going back to God, it is the Leela. Then the deity was given by that particular devotee, a Brahmana, to Hanuman. And then Hanuman gave it to Bhimasena. And the deity later on came to the kings of Orissa, the Gajapatis. So it was there with them. And then we have the instance wherein Madhvacharya knows this. Madhvacharya is a great acharya who knows about the whole history of the deity. So uh, his disciple was, he makes his disciple the minister of king of Orissa. I think his name is Narahari Tirtha. Narahari Tirtha, Rakshobhya Tirtha, one of them. So, but then he instructs him, I want that deity. So you continue your government service. Even though he wants to retire to join Madhvacharya, he says, no, I want the deity which is in the king's jurisdiction. So situations come in wherein he pleases the Lord and gets the deity. So that same deity we have here. We have near Udupi, the place where we are situated in Mangalore, the Mula Rama deity, the deity which was before the pastime we hear Ramayana, the Treta Yuga. So that these deities are always there. These forms of the Lord are always worshipped. So we take opportunity to serve them, to remember them, to offer our respects to them. It's a very authorized way of remembering the Lord, of worshipping the Lord, of contacting the Lord. It's out of his causeless mercy the Lord appears in a way to accept our service, because we do not see anything except material, except stone, wood, these things. That is our present cross vision. So Krishna, by his inconceivable power, makes himself available to accept our service, to again accept our devotion and lead us back to home, back to Godhead. मय्येव मन आदत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः. So then, now Krishna talks about three ways of rendering bhakti. Three ways in the sense, from the highest level to the its initial level. So Krishna talks about three levels of bhakti. Slowly, gradually come from one step to next step. So the first highest stage Krishna talks about here is Ananya Bhakti. He says exclusive pure devotion. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. So this is possible for pure devotees who are practicing this devote service for many lifetimes. This is what is said in regard to Krishna's friends, Krishna's associates who are having lunch with the Lord, or enjoying with Krishna on an equal level. So this is not possible for ordinary devotees. This is for very advanced devotees. This is the constant associates of the Lord. It is said they have done many pious activities through many pious many lifetimes. So only after that they have been given this special opportunity to see Krishna eye to eye, to play with Krishna, to dance with Krishna, to eat with Krishna. So this is not possible. So this is somebody who is very advanced, who has for many lifetimes cultivated devotional service. Ittam bhutam brahma sukhanubhutya krita punya punja, it is said. So anyway, so this is called the Ananya Bhakti. So completely focused on the Lord. It like just like a river flowing into the ocean. It is naturally a flow of devotion from devotee towards the Lord. This is Ananya Bhakti. That Krishna says the second level. So we are trying to practice. Krishna says, Atachittam samadhatum na shaknosi mai stiram abhyas yogena tato mamichaptum dhananjaya. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulated principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, you will develop a desire to attain me. So this is under the direction of the Acharya, under the direction of the Shastras. So as Shastras recommends for Kali Yuga, to chant the Lord's names. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama Iva Kevalam. Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatirnita. The Shastra gives us a recommendation. The Acharyas tell us how to chant, how much to chant, the methodology of devotional service, the 9 elements. So in a regulated way, we wake up early in the morning, we attend the Mangalarati, we chant the Japa, we hear the talk on Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, we ourselves read these scriptures, we try to understand, we worship the Lord, we serve the Lord by offering foodstuffs, by decorating the deity of the Lord. So many different services. We engage ourselves in serving the Lord in a regulated, in a prescribed way, just like a patient taking a medicine from a doctor in a prescribed way. So similarly, under the direction of the Acharya and direction of scriptures, we follow a regulated life. That is called sadhana bhakti or abhyasa. So it is said, Krishna says, by that you will develop the desire to attain me. So even this, it may not be possible for us to follow all the principles or immediately take it up. So then Krishna talks about the third method, the third stage of devotional service. He says, Nishkama Karma Yoga. This is also bhakti, because here Krishna is saying, if you cannot practice the regulations of bhakti yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. So it is like trying to help a person who are serving the Lord. So we are assisting the devotees of the Lord. We are assisting in the service of the Lord. So this is another. This is also bhakti. So depending on capacity, we may give some time. Like some of our devotees give so much time apart from the regular routine work. They are helping us in sharing this message. So this is sharing one's time, one's body, one's mind. It's different ways. Everyone, we have a capacity. We have our mind, we have our intelligence, we have our own body, we have our time, we have our money which we earn. So all these positions what we have, we try to engage this as much we can in the service of the Lord. So this is trying to help the mission of the Lord. So Krishna is saying, yes, you can do that. So that is also bhakti. That is called nishkama karma yoga. So wherein one is not desiring to, generally we desire, or whatever, what is it for me in this? I'm trying to spend so much time. I'm trying to give some charity, some donation. What is it for me? We try to see in a material sense. But no, the intention is to please the Lord, is to somehow make the Lord feel happy from our side. The Lord is always happy, self-satisfied. But when we serve the Lord, we become glorified. We become Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam. So we also become, that is the relationship we have with the Lord. The Lord is pleased, we also automatically become pleased. So this is the method of Bhakti Yoga. The third level, Krishna says, if we are not able to follow so rigidly the regulative practices, but still helping this methodology of devotional service, that will also bring us slowly to the next stage, higher stage. Somebody is here building a temple, so somebody is working to build a temple. Just like we also have a project here in Mangalore, like Krishna said, I'll show at the end of the class. So we have come up with a launch the project, almost in the brink of launching it. Yes, this is what Krishna already said in that ninth chapter. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yat juhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. All that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that we perform, should be done as an offering to me. Because Krishna is the supreme proprietor, so Krishna has to be pleased. So then, after these three levels of bhakti, of devotional service, Krishna talks about other spiritual methodologies, which will also one day slowly lead us to bhakti. So that Krishna says in the fourth, fifth, and sixth levels here. In the fourth level, Krishna says, Ataitad api ashakto asi kartum madhyogam ashritaha sarva karma phalatyagam tata kuru yatatmavan. This is said to be sakama karma, wherein if one does not know that actually Krishna is supreme, we have to serve the supreme. It's not very clear. The philosophy, the understanding is not clear. But still, he engages himself in giving up the fruits of his hard labor. So everybody is working hard, is getting some fruit in this society, some money, some fame, so many things. But he's giving that fruit for some good cause. So generally, we are misers. Whatever I get, I have to enjoy. I have to own it. But this way, somebody is giving up some fruit, some result. So then that way also is purifying his existence. So because it purifies one's consciousness, it purifies this us from the contamination of the doership, or contamination of false proprietorship we are stuck in. So this is also recommended by the Lord. So this is how we find many people in the society engaged. They're engaged as humanitarians, as so many charitable works they do, helping the poor, opening the hospitals. So these are all directly not related to the Lord, but this is the way they are giving their hard-earned labor, hard-earned fruit. So this is also one day will lead them to clear thinking, clear understanding the position of the Lord, our relationship with the Lord, and then taking shelter of the Lord. So Krishna is, that's why saying, yes, you can do that. But this is not the highest stage. Krishna talks about in the fourth level. Many times, due to deficient understanding, so particularly the atheist class of people, they think this is the highest. They think, oh, I have helped, I have given some money, so this is highest. No, this is not the highest. The highest is to exclusively think of the Lord, because the Lord is the owner, the Lord is the proprietor, the Lord is the real well-wisher. So he actually takes care of every living entity. Every living entity is the dear child of the Lord. So it's natural responsibility, natural uh, feeling for the Lord to take care of all the living entities. So, but in a mood of independence, in a mood of we think we are helping, we are doing, no. So Lord may use us, but the doer is the Lord himself. So this is a fourth stage wherein somebody is doing, helping others, but without a full and proper understanding of the Lord. Then it becomes the sakama karma. So many times they tell us, you devotees, you're spending so much money in building a wonderful temple or in so many elaborate rituals for the Lord. So why you are wasting so much money? Like that, they have a comment, because they have no understanding of devotional service. They have no understanding of the Lord's position. They have no understanding of our relationship with the Lord. So they make this comment. But when we see, they don't have any comments when people spend it for so many useless activities in the society. There is this so many big Olympic games or whatever, so many activities happen wherein thousands of crores are spent, or many times some cinemas and some things are produced, and then there also again so many thousands of crores are spent. and then there is some launch of some satellites. Many times it's a failure, another 100,000 crores. So when all these so many wasteful expenditures happen, they have no thing to say. But when we use things for the Lord, immediately they remember the so-called poor, they immediately remember the destitute. So it is all due to improper understanding. People have this. But otherwise, the highest thing is to remember the Lord. Highest thing is to take shelter of the Lord. This is the fourth level, which will purify one's existence, slowly give the understanding about the Lord, and then one will be able to take shelter of the Lord. So this is the fourth level. What the general thinking, maybe this is not the first level. Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, Krishna says this is the fourth level of the thing. But one continues on this path with a proper open mind, he will be able to understand and then come to devotional service of the Lord. When he can connect himself in the third stage, then the second stage, and then the final perfection, the pure devotion. So then Krishna talks about fifth and sixth levels, wherein even this may not be possible. We may say, why I have to share with somebody, why I have to give some charity to any good work in society, why I should give. I am working hard, I am getting the fruit, so let me enjoy. So Krishna says, you cultivate yourself in developing knowledge about who am I, what is this nature, who is controlling this, what is the purpose of life. So just by this endeavor of trying to understand, because human life we have got this intelligence, so we can understand. So Krishna says, if you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. So by cultivation of knowledge, we try to understand, yes, our littleness of existence, and then the huge cosmos, it has a purpose, all these things. And then it goes to meditation. So Krishna talks about meditation here, not the meditation about the Lord. If it is a meditation on the Lord, it comes to the first one or two. But this is meditation, is impersonal meditation, wherein one is not clear about the Lord, about the purpose of life. So when you try, like many people have this meditation practices of meditating on some light, or they are meditating on some zero, or meditating on some imaginary object. That meditation Krishna talks about here as a fifth stage. So wherein one is at least given up this so many sensual activities, running after sense gratification, but is trying to understand, trying to focus, trying to regulate his life. So Krishna recommends. So that comes the fifth stage. So very beautifully in this chapter, Krishna talks about the spiritual practices, starting from pure devotional service, the highest perfection of life, then coming down to sadhana bhakti, then coming down to helping the devotees, or as much as possible by engaging ourselves in devotional service, the third stage. Then the further stages of giving up the results of one's hard work, the karma pala tyaga, then the meditation, the dhyana, then the gnana, the sixth stage. So six stages Krishna very nicely explains the spiritual path. Then after this, the Lord comes back to the main subject of this chapter, the pure devotion. So Krishna gives the symptoms of the pure devotion. So it is to show that we have to develop all these qualities. We don't have these qualities when we hear of these qualities. So Krishna gives a list of these qualities, what the pure devotees, what is their personality, what is their character. So Krishna is talking about it. This last 8 verses. One who is not envious, but who is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor, who is free from false ego, and equal both in happiness and distress, who is always satisfied and engaged in devotional service with determination, and whose mind and intelligence are in agreement with me, is very dear to me. So this is, we all know, this is Sudama, the eternal friend of Krishna. So Krishna and Sudama happened to be together in Gurukula under the care of Sandipani Muni. So after that, Krishna came to Mathura, and then he became the king in Dwaraka. So, but the Sudama has his whatever destiny. He was very, very poor, even though he was a very qualified Brahmana, very renounced, very self-controlled, very pure, with all the good characteristics. He was very, very poor. It is said hardly he had anything. So his wife, again, she was also a great devotee, being the wife of a great personality. But she thought, oh, why my husband has to be in such poverty? So let him approach his friend, the Supreme Lord. And she was always uh, coaxing him to go to Krishna, to meet Krishna. So, but somehow after a long time, Shazama thought, okay, anyway, I have an opportunity to see Krishna. It has been a very, very long time. because Krishna, maybe many years, 40, 50, 60, whatever years. So he thought, let me go to Krishna. And that is when I know the instance that Sudama goes to Krishna, and Krishna is now honoring Sudama. So just like we have Krishna honoring Narad Muni. Whenever Narad Muni used to come, he used to be worshipped, he used to be, what are the due respects to a saintly person, a great devotee that is to be given. Krishna was himself showing that. So here we see Sudama is uh, feet being washed by the Lord. Then we have the Sakshat Mahalakshmi, Srimati Lakshmi Devi, Rukmini Devi. She is doing the chamar to the Lord, to Sudama. So this way, everybody are stuck here, seeing the dealings of Krishna, Krishna towards Sudama, all the palace women of Rukmini Devi, because it is said Krishna was having such intimate active dealing only with Balarama or Rukmini Devi. With nobody else saw such intimate dealings. But Krishna was displaying such intimacy with Sudama. They were all stuck. And Sudama, I think we have heard, wherein finally he gives, not he gives, he hesitates to give, but the Lord forces him to give that little parched rice, chipped rice, whatever. So he has carried for the Lord. So Krishna uh, pulls it from him and has a morsel, one morsel, two morsel. Finally, Rukmini Devi stops. He says, now I'm eternally indebted. I have to go and stay in their house like that because of your activities. So that's how Krishna displays his honors his devotee. And finally, Sudama doesn't ask anything in their meeting with Krishna. He doesn't ask anything. Neither Krishna gives Sudama anything. So, but Sudama stays there overnight. He experiences life in Vaikuntha, because Krishna, wherever he is, it's Vaikuntha, it is spiritual world. And then next day he takes leave of Krishna. And as he's coming back, he remembers the sweet dealings of Krishna. And he thinks, oh, nice, good that Krishna did not give me. If Krishna had given me anything material, then I will forget Krishna. So Krishna didn't give me. Krishna knows my position, so he has not given me. And so remembering Krishna's sweet dealings, he comes back home. But he sees actually his whole place, his whole town is become it's a new city with so big palaces, and his wife now she's become like a queen, and he cannot recognize. But even later, amidst that opulence, he continues his service to Krishna. So a pure devotee, that is his position, whatever may be his position, whether in poverty, whether in richness, whether whatever, he is undisturbed and he serves Krishna. He continues his service to Krishna. So that is this Sudama Brahmana. He for whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anxiety, who is steady in happiness and distress, is very dear to me. So we have a puppet show of Sudama, maybe at the end, if we may see, we'll see. And this is Chitraketu. Chitraketu was again another great devotee of the Lord. But later, once, as he was traveling uh, through the sky, he happened to come near Kailasa, and this is where Lord Shiva is sitting with Mother Parvati on his lap, and Lord Shiva is giving a pravachan. So it is, Lord Shiva is a great devotee, very exalted devotee. So in his assembly, many times Narad Muni is also there. Personally, is Narad Muni and so many great sages. They are hearing a talk about the Lord from the mouth of Lord Shiva. So Chitraketu comes there. He sees Mother Parvati sitting on Lord Shiva's lap. So as a friendly comment, he says, "Oh, is this the way in public to keep one's wife on the lap and then give a talk on Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, something like that?" So he makes a small comment like that. Actually, it was out of a feeling of friendliness towards Lord Shiva, which he had. He's also a great devotee, Chitraketu. So Lord Shiva didn't mind it, just like a friend pulling another's leg. The Lord Shiva didn't mind it. Neither the Narada or the great sages, who otherwise would have protested, because Lord Shiva is such a great exalted personality. But they know Chitraketu is again another great devotee. So as a friendly gesture, they have some joking going on. So they left the matter there. But Mother Parvati misunderstood the whole situation. She thought, who is this personality who is correcting my husband? Even Brahma does not correct him. He is Mahadeva, Lord Shiva. So she took it in a different way. She took it as an offense, and she immediately curses him. Vatsa, you become a demon. So she cursed him to become a demon. And then next, Yes, he becomes the demon by the name Vrutrasura. We have heard of Vrutrasura. So Vrutrasura is a demon who had to fight Indra and who died in that battle. But he remembered the Lord continuously, even as an Asura, and he went back to Godhead. But before that, he was this king, Maharaj Chitraketu, the king of the Gandharvas. So when this happens, when the curse comes, he immediately accepts it. Even though it is said Chitraketu was powerful enough to counter curse, or to stop the curse. He was so powerful, Chitraketu. He had the darshan of the Lord already. He was such a great devotee. But still, as a great devotee should accept everything as the will of the Lord, he accepted the curse. So that is when Lord Shiva says, so here the victory is not to you, Parvati. So the victory is to Chitraketu. Narayana para sarve na kutashana bibhyati swarga apavarga narakeshu tulyartha api darshanam. This is the pure devotee of Lord Narayana who is undisturbed in any situation. A situation of great heavenly opulence, a situation of hell, a situation of liberation. Everything is one to them. So this also we have Chitraketu, but we don't have Vrutrasura. Chitraketu also. So, yes. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor, who is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, engaged in devout service with determination, mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. This is again Sudama being coaxed by his wife to go meet Krishna. A devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, who does not strive for some result, is very dear to me. One who neither grasps pleasure nor grief, who neither laments nor desires, who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious, is very dear to me. This is the famous devotee Prahlad. So he's said to be the greatest of all devotees. The Lord sent to this world to give us an example how tolerant one should be. His own father was trying to kill him in so many ways, but he was tolerating. One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contamination, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and engaged in devout service, is very dear to me. So this is the Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj. Uh, this is Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni got angry because the Ambarish Maharaj happened to break the fast. He didn't take any food, but just little water because it was Dwadashi, after the day of Ekadashi, uh, just to follow the standard practice, not to make an offense against the Ekadashi Vrata, the vow. So he took some water, but that agitated, that was enough. Durvasa Muni, he had come to find a fault. Is creating a demon here to kill Ambarish Maharaj. So this is the Durvasa Muni taking offense like that. Then we know the story wherein the Lord as Sudarshan Chakra to protect Maharaj Ambarisha. And Sudarshan Chakra kills the demon and goes after this Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni runs here, there, to Brahma, to Shiva, finally even to Lord Narayana. And Lord Narayana says, I cannot do anything. I am the property of my devotee. So you have to go and beg his forgiveness. So he comes back and falls at the feet of Maharaj Ambarish. Maharaj Ambarish immediately forgives him and says, whatever the pious activity I have done, let it be that the Lord considers it to protect you, to forgive you. So that is the devotee of the Lord, the great devotee of the Lord. Then Ambarish Maharaj position is understood by Durvasa Muni. So Durvasa Muni glorifies Ambarish Maharaj later on as it travels to different planets. So this is all the instances of pure devotees who are having all these wonderful qualities. So all these qualities are listed by the Lord to make us understand that we have to acquire these qualities. So when we claim ourselves to be devotees, it is important for us to check on these qualities, that we develop these qualities. Only then we achieve the ultimate favor of the Lord. He who follows this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engages himself with faith, making me the supreme goal, is very, very dear to me. So the path of devotional service is the final path, is the or natural path for every living entity. So Krishna in this chapter, the chapter of Bhakti Yoga, directly takes the question of impersonality, personality, and then stresses devotion to him as the supermost process, as the process to be done by one and all. This is again the great devotee, Billumangal Thakur. Billumangal Thakur, yes. So I just wanted to show this is our temple where it is coming up. I think everybody can see, all devotees. So these are our deities, Shri Shri Radha Govinda. So we are having opportunity to serve them for the last more than 10 years. And now we got a beautiful place for them, about 1.5 acres. That is near to the Mangalore city, about 10 kilometers, place called Kulai. So this is the place, elevated place, a calm, serene place. So where we are planning to build a temple for the Lord. Yes. So this is our president, Sri Namanishra Prabhu, who has been the mastermind behind this project. So he has been preaching for long. For the last 25 years, he has been in the movement, serving our society in various capacities, and particularly in this region for more than almost 18 years, he is here, uh, teaching this science of Bhagavad Gita to schools, colleges, universities, all through this belt. So I've come across in this belt, so definitely they would have heard about it. President Namish Prabhu. So we have various sevas for the upcoming temple in Mangalore. So starting from uh, the brick seva, when devotees can sponsor one brick for the temple of the Lord, one brick, two bricks, five bricks. So each brick sponsor is 1,500. We have given our link on the Razor Pay. There also is seva to sponsor a square foot of construction for the Lord's temple. 1 square feet, 2 square feet, 5 square feet, 10 square feet. Then we have some particular sevas called Dharma Karta, Dharma Adhikari, Mukhya Dharma Adhikari. So it's a seva where devotees can take it up over a period of 3 years. They can do it in installments at their convenience, every month or once in a year, different ways they can do. So for this seva, some of the things we are offering from the temple is their names will be put up on the temple. So for generations to come, devotees to recognize their service, to remember, to acknowledge their service. Then there is, when we have the Pratishtapana Yagna, they can come and they will be issued the passes for all the important functions. And there is this ISKCON Life membership which comes as a part along with this seva. The seva amount is 1,08,000, which can be paid over 3 years. Then there is a Dharmadhikari Seva, wherein it's a Seva one offers 1 cent of land. 1 cent is equal to 435 square feet. So we are having this 1.5 acre land. So we are in this stage of almost finishing the complete payment. So this will help us to finish off that payment. This is allotted by the government. There is a urban development authority. So for Mangalore, they have allotted us. So it will help us to finish it up. So this is one where they offer 1 cent of land for the Lord's service, the temple. So again, we have the devotee's name being etched in the temple hall of all of spiritual fame. Then they participate in the Pratishtapana Yagna. There are many days on their in the year, like their birthday or the marriage day, various days. They can opt to have a puja done on their behalf for the Lord. And someday Annadana is also done on their behalf once in a year. That is also there. That's not mentioned here. So that seva amount is 2,70,000, which again can be paid over installment of 3 years. And this also we give the ISKCON Life Better membership. Then there is this Mukhya Dharmadhikari Seva offering 2 cents of land for the Lord, sponsoring 2 cents of land. So this all these facilities, and then the seva amount is a little higher, 5,40,000, again which can be paid over an installment of 3 years. Then Mahamukhya Dharmadhikari, wherein devotees are offering 4 cents of land for the Lord Seva for the temple. So they are sponsoring the land for the temple. So again, this is also coming up with a similar kind, wherein their names will be etched on the temple. Then they participate in the yagna, they participate in the functions. And seva amount is 10,80,000, which can be paid over 3 years. The different sevas for the temple, the brick seva, the square feet seva. So whatever devotees can do, so they can take it up. Everything is it's an opportunity to serve the Lord. So some of you have already done, so we thank you for your kind seva, and some of you might be considering. So we request devotees to come forward to help us to build a wonderful temple for our deity Sri Radha Govinda in Mangalore. Actually, when we started this program, that was about a year back. So we didn't have this project. This is always our efforts over a long time, 15 years, to come up with a temple here. So somehow we got land sometime, but then again it went away. Things were going on. But mystically, over last 1 year, our President Namanishpu started this program. We didn't have this, so we just started it. But then over time, this also has manifested from nowhere. This offer of the land came, and it has happened. So it's all Krishna's mercy. Yes. So this is for the devotees who are not in India, so but who are having an Indian passport, so they can still, I think they can go through this IDBI Bank. Reserve Pay, I don't know if it is working for them. Sometimes some people say it's working. Otherwise, they can go through this. This is better, IDBI Bank. We are given these details. And later on, please do communicate to us over mail directly to our President Namanishri Prabhu, or over my phone number. I think I'll put it on the chat box. So anybody wants to further clarify, so they can call me directly. So this is again via transfer for devotees who are outside India, who like to help us in this project. Then there is this Life Pattern membership, the ISKCON Life Pattern membership. ISKCON is now having around 1,000 centers around the world. So to support the preaching, to feel for the preaching, which the movement is doing. So some benefits which are offered for this again is we'll get all the full set of the books which Srila Prabhupada has written, the wonderful books Srimad Bhagavatam, the 18-volume set. So that will be part of this membership. And then wherever our guest houses are there, so that thing you can see on centers.iskcon.org. So you can stay in our guest house and then participate in the regular daily our devotional activities. So you can visit with you with your family. So every center is 3 days. So as many centers you can go, it is good. Present situation may not possible, but as the situation improves, the corona comes down, you can even come to Mangalore. We would like to have you in Mangalore. They have a small guest house at the moment, but later as the temple comes in, we will have a big guest house. Special puja on behalf of the Life Pattern on their birthday, which is part of the seva. The amount payable is 35,555, which can again be paid in installments over 1 year. Then these are again some direct seva for the Lord, the Nitya Seva, the Rajbhoga Seva, Sarva Seva, Dhupa Seva, Kshira Naivedya Seva, Pushpalankara Seva. Some are monthly sevas, recurring sevas. Okay, thank you, devotees. I just wanted to show the land where we got this place, a small video we had made. It's a 2-minute video. I think everybody can see it.
Prabhuji, I think the screen is not shared, Prabhuji.
Oh, it's not shared.
Yeah, that is what I was telling you were not able to hear.
Okay. Maybe we can share in the video. Same video. I think you'll have the video. I think you can share the video. I thought I've shared. No problem, Mataji. I think you people have the videos. I think Mataji. The WhatsApp groups we can share. It was just a temple video, temple land video which I showed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just share the link in this thing, Prabhuji. Chat, you'll just share.
Mataji?
You'll just share the link, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah. Share the link.
Hare Krishna.
I think they must have shared in the bottom. Anyway, I'll check it out. Yeah. Yeah. Video is not seen. Yes. Anyway, maybe some other time I'll show. But now we can go on with. Yeah. Any questions devotees have? A lot of devotees have told me chat, but I have not seen the chat.
Meenakshi Tripadi, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ah, Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji,